she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's arm, and I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows. Gotta get
the timer for your stream.
Oh yeah, you did it.
Alright, but check. Oh wait, he ain't posted.
Yeah, alright, my fault.
No, you good, you good. So yeah, whenever y'all ready up, man, just gonna mute. We'll take care of the rest. Good luck to y'all niggas, and we gonna interview you, whoever down at half. Alright, yeah, it's working. You can hear me. And we got a Sunday night prime time battle in East Rutherford, New York. On the play-by-play, you got your head commissioner K Block. And then we got the second men at hand. Tay Rantino and Shaded Dog.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What it do, what it do?
So we get a short kick to get it going. The dangerous man, Tej Johnson, takes it from the about 20-yard line, gets to the 28.
Sunday night, I love it.
And so we got another game in our doubleheader of the Commentary League games. Another game with some playoff implications, not as heavy as the last, but it's going to be a good one. We got to hand off J.K. Dobbins to the right side of the field to start our game, 3-yard game here.
Hey, Block, not only playoff implications, but you also got to remember, Bears got a division game week 18. So the win here go a long way.
We got a matchup coming next week between the Bears and the Lions to solidify what happens in the NFC North. We got a second and 7th field. Passing over the Hyatt in the center of the field. We get a breakup by Allen. We get a 3rd and 7. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things on Coach B. Will's mind. But one thing we want to wonder about, Shay, what's our keys for today?
Offensively, I tell you, Stroud been on the hot streak lately, especially against it in the NFC side, torching it, the Eagles.
Well, it seems like he's not on a good foot today. First drive, first interception for the young man. Not a coincidence that Stroud comes into this game leading the NFL with 30, now 31 interceptions on the season. And let's see what Coach B. Will and the Bryans could do on their first drive. Get a pass out to the young fast receiver Scott out of Cincinnati.
And not only you pointed out, Stroud has 30 interceptions. About half of those are against users.
What's the numbers on that, team?
It's at 14 now. It was 13 coming into this game. The last one puts him at 14.
And we get an early touchdown by the Bears. Saquon Barkley, in his old stomping ground, gets back at his old team.
One of my keys for the Bears, getting Saquon involved. That's that leading playmaker there, leading the league in rushing touchdown.
Well, he adds on to that lead. We get a kickoff from the Bears. 4-4-4. Shout out Jay-Z on the clock. So I think that Bears defense came out and shown what they're about already. Number 4 coming into the game, number 10 in takeaways, and even better, number 1 passing defense in the league.
It's showing with the early pick.
You get a play action here, dump off to the reliable tight end Waller. Like we mentioned before, he's the top 1, maybe top 2 tight end in the league this year.
I think if he gets Waller involved early, there might be an X factor in this game. I know his favorite target against users has been Coleman, but I mean, Waller's a huge playmaker.
So we get a run by J.K. Dobbins up the center of the field.
say, piggyback off that for Waller. Don't sleep on the Bears linebackers. They do got two good linebackers with the vet Edmonds and the young man Hicks.
That is
CJ
true.
Hicks, the Ohio State Buckeye. You get a first and 10 from the 35. CJ Allen, excuse me. The young man from Georgia. But we get a stop by Edmonds there for a 1-yard gain.
So there's our first carry for Bucky. You got to think, will we see some of that dual threat back there? A little bit of JK and Bucky?
It's a little thunder and lightning comparison there, you know.
And just as we say it, there goes Dobbins right there.
One powerful, one fast. It's a 3rd and 5, short and manageable from the 40-yard line.
Broadcast is brought to you today by Hey Smokey, Everyday Production. You hear the grinders in the back.
Stroud checks his keys, looking downfield, finding his reliable receiver Coleman. Threw it a little too short and out of his reach. That's a stop for the Bears. First of the day, we're going to see our first punt in the first quarter. Townsend on the kick. That looks like a coffin corner. It gets out at the 2-yard line. A perfect punt.
Great punt. Now it leaves you to think, would that Giants defense apply some pressure here? Because he's got his back against the wall.
We get a start on this drive with Saquon Barkley from the 2-yard line. He's actually pushing back a little bit. Stopped him at the 1. Now, since we on the defensive side, Taylor, let me ask you, what's the keys for the Giants defense?
For that Giants defense, they got their hands full, I'm not going to lie to you. Between Mooney and Moore and Barkley, there's 3 threats you got to look out for. It's just a matter of which one you're going to contain, because you can't take all 3. You're going to have to cancel out one.
Hey, we just got a great play there by the DB. Bears offensive line picked up the rush up front. Giants looking to get a safety and get the ball back. But we got a 3rd and 10 from the 1-yard line.
No, you think the Bears will come out aggressive here, or you think they'll just try to give the punter some room?
I think the Bears are looking to get down the field at any cost. But if they get out of the end zone, it helps the punter. They helped them out a lot there with a 23-yard gain, getting down to the 24. Dexter Lawrence was in his face. I thought he might have caused a sack and a safety.
Great job by Phil staying poised in the pocket right there.
That is a great throw by Phil.
A second longer, he would have been food.
And the pressure in the end zone.
You get an RPO over to the left side. That dangerous receiver Mooney on the play. Makes a swifty little move. Can't break out of 2. Gets to the 41-yard line. That's a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
Here we go. A handoff to Saquon Barkley. Gets 4 in the game.
I told you earlier, playmaker involved, leading rushing in the NFL.
You know, I think a big note for this Giants defense is the fact that Fields hasn't performed too well against his users in the passing game. He has been dangerous on his feet, but that passing game against users hasn't been too productive.
Fields showing us what he could do on the running side of the football there with an 8-yard gain on the RPO. Moves the Bears across the 50-yard line, and they're threatening. Hands it off to Saquon Barkley on the left side. Gets 2 good blocks. Shifty move. Gets gets a first down here. And that'll be the end of our first quarter. In New Jersey, 7-0 ball game for the Bears. The special teams game may be the biggest part of this game. We've seen it happen a lot with the Giants, setting up good field position, but also using Tez Johnson to get in the end zone without the offense. Dexter Lawrence in the backfield. 4-yard loss on that play for the big man. Get a play action here. Fields looking downfield. Dumps it off to his running back Johnson. Gets a few yards, maybe 5. It's a 3rd and 9.
I like the tempo of this offense.
You got the lead here for the Bears. What you gonna do? You gonna play aggressive? 3rd and 9 here.
Get a play action here. Fields looking downfield, has some pressure in his face, dumps it off to his tight end. Wasn't enough. Isaiah Simmons, the Clemson man, on the stop. That's a 4th and 9.
You know, I'm not mad at that gain. At least he got the ball out instead of taking that sack and got some positive yards for the field goal.
And it just gets in. Make that a 10-point ball game for the Bears.
Yeah, you look to see the Giants start to get something moving in the offense, man. Take their time to slow it down a little.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Ted Johnson is the type of receiver you gotta be afraid every time he catches it. But this time he takes touchback, star CJ Stroud out from the 25-yard line. We get a delayed handoff over to the right. J.K. Dobbins fights. Gets 8 yards in the game. Nice little clip going for the running back. Been having a real good year in his first season over from the Bengals. Cracked 1,000 yards. Cracked 13 touchdowns. Play action here from Stroud. Some pressure in his face. He gets sacked by Sanborn.
Sanborn, it's the 3rd and a half sack in the year.
So we in some pressure. We in some trouble here. Some pressure coming up. We find Mechie across the center of the field. We got a man to beat. Can't get it out. Ward on the stop at the 44-yard line.
That's where it's got to be pocket against the blitz. Big conversion, Memphis squad.
J.K. Dobbins on the left side gets chopped down, but he gets the first down at the same time.
Up in the tempo.
Seems like they're trying to get something moving on this drive. Finds Hyatt across the center of the field on the drag. He gets about 10. It's a 2nd and inches. Tempo is definitely on their mind. It's a no huddle. Well, we get a timeout by the Bears to slow them down just a little bit.
Defense getting gas early, you think, Tay?
Yeah, they need to come over to stop soon. They can't keep going toe-to-toe with this offense. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. That might be an advantage there for the Giants.
There's Kenyon Coleman on the grab. First target, first catch, first down.
Mind you, he's been a big target against all of the other users.
So we had the 2-minute warning here. The Giants threatening, looking to get back in this game, make it a 3-point ball game. Pass it off to J.K. Dobbins on the right side. Edmonds comes down to make a tackle. Don't even let him get a yard. So we seeing the run game go. Haven't seen too much of the pass. Maybe we start to see it here. And we get this offense in the end zone. CJ Stroud looks. Pressure in his face. Gets hit.
Line gotta get him some help there.
Got a big 3rd down here. Under 2 minutes in the clock. CJ steps up in the pocket. Couldn't find an open receiver downfield. DJ Reader on the stop.
It looked like he was about to take off for a second.
And the Bears go ahead and use their 2nd timeout of the half. Give them some time maybe to add some more points onto their lead. Make it a 7-point ball game in New Jersey. Bears 10, Giants 3.
Gotta credit this Bears defense.
We get a run out from Ricard in the back of the end zone. It's a fumble on a kick return. Cypress picks it up. That was a strip. And it puts the Giants at the 23-yard line right before the half. And that timeout works out well for them.
Just what they needed.
And you got to think, if you're the Giants, how aggressive do you come out already having the ball at 23 and a minute left? Do you leave time for the Bears, or do you go kill it all?
Dumps it off to Mechie on a little comeback route, makes a few good moves, finds an extra 5 yards, and that's a first down for the Giants from the 11-yard line. Hey, I don't know if he was on purpose, but he just left a first down opportunity for this offense, maybe leaving them with the last chance in this first half. Here we go with Stroud stepping back. He's looking for someone downfield. He steps up again, but couldn't get out. Ojulari on the sack.
Stroud is not holding the ball tight too long.
Too long. He needs to make his reads a lot quicker.
He needs to make a decision.
I think that number one passing defense is showing up here today. But we also may notice the Bears has the second red zone defense in the league with 48% coming into this game. Stroud is looking back. He has a nice pocket. He couldn't find anyone. The pressure gets to him again. Needs 27 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 11.
I think you might got a point with that one. Defense. They're showing up tonight.
What
You
can
don't want to come
Stroud
out
do?
too aggressive with those Giants, though. Remember, you're still in
makes
position to
his
get
move.
points.
He steps back. He finds his man in the back of the end zone. And that's a great grab. Make the snowman. Touchdown, Mechie. Couldn't get a replay there. But we got a tie ball game.
We'll come back and visit that one after the game.
The theatrics are here. We get a dive in the end zone. 22 seconds left with a kick, with a touchback. Now we got Fields here heading off to Saquon Barkley. He can't get nothing. The big boys, Grant and Dex, on the stop. Running no huddle here. Play action for Fields. He's looking downfield. Can't find much. Get Komet on the sideline. 3rd and 2nd. Gonna let it go to the half. 10-up ball game in New Jersey. And we got the head coach, Nick, on the sideline, tied up in his home field. What do you got to say?
Definitely got to get a lot more pressure on Fields. He's having a day back there. It's unlikely of us not to get any pressure on him, so we're going to try to focus on that more in the second half. Defense is locking us up in the red zone. It's getting harder to, get in that end zone, so we're going to try to do better with the red zone offense.
Appreciate the time. Going into the second half, we got a 10-up ball game. Bears, Giants, Sunday Night Football. Man, I got T, I got Halls, I got Madison. Send a prayer up to the booth. We got the Bears starting out from the 26-yard line. Fields. RPO screen to the left. Finds Mooney. Gets 9. A real long time ago. Feel me. I wrote the song a long time ago. It was a dope song I ever wrote. Saquon Barkley makes a quick move. Gets a first down for the Giants, for the Bears. Kind of weird saying I'm not in that Giants jersey, but he got real comfortable in Chicago. Came into the game, 1,300 yards, 22 touchdowns. Got 2nd and 9 here. Fields steps back on a play action, evades the rush. He's looking to run. He catches a block. He makes a move. Gets to the sideline, tries to make another, but Simmons ain't having it. Stops him at the 39-yard line.
You got to think with a QB like that, don't you want to get out of bounds or slide?
Player like Fields.
Don't want to take too many hits.
Play action again. Fields looking down. He finds this young running back Johnson on the right side.
Complete to Roshan Johnson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Giants' 31-yard line.
Dex Lawrence in the backfield.
He is a man amongst boys. It's almost like there was nobody there.
Dex is definitely over 20 tackles for loss this season. Fields looks back and finds Kmet crossing the field. We get a stop at the 13-yard line. He's 9 for 10 with 103 yards for the day.
It's a gain of 3. First down there.
Has it off to Barkley on the left side. He gets stood up and stopped at the 10-yard line. Fields could be a little better against users. Comes into the game. 6 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in his user games thus far. Finds a screen to Saquon Barkley. He gets a block by his lineman. Okereke has none of it. He stops him at the 5, making it 3rd and 2 in the red zone. This is probably when you look for a big play from one of your big star players on defense. You get a screen out to the right side for Scott. He gets popped. 4th and inches. You got a 4th and inches here, and they're going for it at the 3-yard line. Heavy up front. Dex Lawrence in the backfield, but he gets juked, and Saquon Barkley gets the touchdown.
Great move.
Like I said, give it to your star running back. That was right there. It's either you make a play with your star defensive tackle or your running back makes the play there. The star running back. 2 All-Pros going at it.
We got a 7-point ball game with about 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Going to be a thrilling 4th quarter ahead. Leading to our final week of the regular season. Right now we have the Giants as the 5th seed. And we still have the Bears as the 3rd seed, holding on to the lead in the NFC North.
Ready, set. Unlock line. Unlock line.
The 1st and 10 here. The 25 for C.J. Stroud. He hands it off to J.K. Dobbins. And like Tate mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we do have a big matchup coming next week between the Bears and the Lions. Decide who's going to take home that NFC North crown.
Yeah, nothing loss that the Lions had this week to the Bills really hurt them in the playoff spot. Not meaning they can move any further, any less.
Yeah, with the loss from the Lions earlier, it actually pushes them out of the postseason, down to the 8th seed, allowing the 49ers to take over at the 7th seed and looking to hold strong and get in the dance after making the Super Bowl last year. You had Eric throw over the middle on the 4th down, and on the 3rd down to cause the 4th down, and we're going to take the 4th down into the 4th quarter. 17-10 ball game for the Bears.
Stroud haven't been looking good all night.
Yeah, Stroud's having a rough night.
Let's have some fun with the playoff scenarios here, shall we?
Let's.
You got a 5-loss team in the 49ers that's sitting right behind the 6 loss Lions. But you got an easy shot for the 49ers next week. Let me hold that thought because we got a big return by Terrell, and he gets down to the 43-yard line for the Bears. But with the Lions having a chance of still winning the division next week, it still gives them a chance to make the playoffs, but what if the Bears win?
You might have a problem there.
If the Bears lose this week, it will make things a lot more interesting going in the next. Fields looks across the center and finds Barkley for a 1st down at the 46.
Now, earlier I did mention the lack of passing touchdowns Fields has thrown, but I will bring up the fact that he has been extremely accurate throughout his user games. Even though the lack of touchdowns shows, he's still making those completions.
He relies on his running back to continue his great day. That's another 1st down. Saquon Barkley on the run.
One of the keys, really, that #1 rushing attack and #1 defense, #1 passing defense, and they've both been performing at a high level tonight.
Yeah, those analytic guys are really raving right now. Throws it out to Saquon Barkley by any means necessary. Get the ball in that young man's hands. 7-yard gain. But yeah, we're going back to the playoff scenarios in a second. We gotta notice how the Bills also recognize their chances of making the playoffs and got a big win last week in their first user game. But just thinking back into the playoff scenarios, we also got a matchup between the Panthers and the Falcons next week. The Falcons currently hold the 2nd seed in NFC, which looks like it's going to be first after the Eagles took a loss.
Yeah, big loss by the Eagles this week.
Fields steps back and finds his tight end.
It's a big completion in 3rd.
Can't say his name, but we gonna say AO for a 14-yard gain. And Philly is looking to renew their in-state rival against the Pittsburgh Steelers next week at Acrisure Stadium.
It's a big tackle for loss by Dexter Lawrence, who just keeps racking them up game by game.
It's a lot of big games next week. Got Fields on a play action here. He runs out. He's looking to find his star receiver, DJ Moore, in the back of the end zone, but it's nothing but an interception by Belton. Maybe should have stayed in the end zone, but he got tackled at the 1.
And get the turnover they needed, and not the field position they need, but we'll see if he can capitalize.
All field to go.
What's this Giants coach gonna do here? 99 yards to go. Plenty of time left.
With the
Belt is
line
one of the
protection
league
they've been
leaders.
having.
Belt is one of the league leaders in interceptions. Make that 11 on the year. Stroud looking to get some run. J.K. Dobbins only a 1-yard gain. One of the no huddle here. We approaching 2 minutes. Under 3. TJ in the pistol. He steps back. He's looking downfield. Finds J.K. Dobbins on the underneath route. Gets a few yards. It's a 3rd and 4 from the 9.
And you mentioned that Melton's one of the leaders in interceptions in the league. Point out that the Giants user has forced 16, now 18 interceptions in 7 user games.
Maybe one of the top interception teams in the league. But he throws another one. Adds on to the interception totals for C.J. Stroud. Puts the Bears at the 29-yard line. Right outside of the 2-minute warning.
And that is now 14 for Stroud against 7 users.
That's about 2 a clip. First and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw.
Barkley 10-yard gain. We get to the 2-minute warning. Bears has a 7-point lead. Looking to add on. And the Giants still has a chance at winning their division. Big game next week against the Bengals. Fields on the scramble. Couldn't get it out on the option. Stopped in the backfield. 1-yard loss. Giants used their first time out. Minute and 53 left on the clock. Fields hands it off.
Great.
Saquon makes a great move. Adds on to the rushing yard total for the day. Gets to the 3-yard line. Have a motion on the route. Another handoff to Barkley, as we all assumed. A big stiff arm, and he forces his way into the end zone.
That one hurt me.
Touchdown Bears.
And he puts this game away with a statement. I will tell you that.
I think Saquon's still a little angry. That PAT makes it a 14-point game.
Leading touchdown rushes added 3 more tonight.
Johnson on the return. Stopped at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now. All right, let's get some yards. 18 rattler. 18 rattler. Ready.
And we get a pressure and a sack here. Neil down on the play. The star tackle for the Giants.
Gotta hope it's not too serious.
Right before the postseason. 2nd and 18. Step back pass. You see the lack of offensive.
Protection.
Oh my goodness. This
Lack
shit
of something.
is crazy. Some more pressure coming. Had to throw it away. 4th and 24. A dominant tear from coming over from the sideline. Looks like Neil may be out for some time. And we seen already the lack of the protection up front on the offensive line.
Hold the set.
It's a big fourth down here. Stroud steps back, looking for someone downfield. Going to Keon Coleman, throws a pick to Stevenson. That pretty much wraps this game up. Excuse me.
Well, good.
Victory formation for the Bears.
Complete dominance by the Bears tonight.
You know, coming into this game, lack of touchdowns thrown by Fields was a concern of mine, but it appears that they've been doing just fine without it.
Well, it was a big NFC matchup from the Tide niggas. The Bears come out with a sleepy
sir,
win.
can you say nigga on this broadcast?
Say nigga whenever I want, my nigga. And it's your head commish on a play-by-play call, K Block. Second minute ahead, Tay Ratino, Shader Dog on the color.
Yo.
We out. Finish